Okay, what is up? So today we're going to go over how you can disrupt your partner's fighting pattern. What do I mean by fighting pattern? The pace that they give. Usually fighters have like a left, right. It's like a cadence that they fight by. There's a certain pattern that every fighter has. So what we're gonna do today is talk about how we can disrupt and then infiltrate once that pattern is disrupted. Okay, so what I'm gonna have Josh do is he's gonna walk on this line, literally right here. He's gonna take these steps this way. Go ahead, start walking. You can walk, just regular walking. Okay, so once he comes back, if I continue to trip him, right, eventually what's gonna happen is as he walks through this time, so I'm gonna go like this, and he's gonna react. Now it might be a hesitation, it might be pulling that knee up. We're doing the same thing. It doesn't have to be to a leg, it can be to a limb, it can be to an arm, it can be to the head. Pattern was walking. I disrupted the pattern by throwing those kicks a couple times, just trying to trip him up. On the last time that I did it, he had a reaction for it. What we're gonna do with this is by feints. If we're throwing anything, I throw a jab a couple times, I throw a jab. And if I land like 2 or 3, what's gonna happen is by the 4th, he's gonna wise up and he's going to do something. Maybe it's a parry, maybe it's a slip or coming over top, just like that. What I'm doing is I'm testing those reactions and then putting them like I'm a freaking AI database, and every time I get one of these inputs, I'm storing it and going, okay, now I have this option, now I have this option, and then figuring out which one he does most. Now you don't always get that much time. This is more of like a sparring thing than it is a street fight thing. You don't want to do that in a street fight where you're like, let me test out what he knows. No, that's not what we're gonna do. But when we're sparring and stuff like that, I'm throwing these feints. I'm trying to get him to break what he was already planning on doing because he's countering. So once he does that, then I see my opening, I take it. So it's really hard to stand like this or stand like this when you're not sure what's coming next. So another good way to switch it up is to switch up your footwork and have sort of unpredictable patterns that don't necessarily make any sense. Because if I'm doing this and you're constantly thinking, where am I gonna be next? Because you don't wanna stand there and just wait to get the result of whatever is happening there. So a good way to do that is by coming in every now and then, or coming in with intent of striking, not necessarily striking, but at least coming in with intent that disrupts it. So as somebody's coming forward, you come forward at the same time, which is going to cause a startle. With lesser fighters, they're going to have like a little startle here where they either freeze or they take a step back. And that's what we're looking for. So another good way that I can do this is by giving up my head, which like doesn't make any sense. But as we're sparring here, if I give him the option of my head and I have decent head movement, he's going to want to punch it. That's how it goes. In the comments for a video I recently had, somebody commented that they wanted to punch me in the mouth because I was chewing on my mouth guard. That's a way to break the pattern. They wanted to punch as a reaction to something I was doing. So what I'm going to do is kind of leave a fake opening, which is here. I'm giving him something to touch, and then after he throws, I know he's going to throw because I gave him the opening. I set him up. I played a chess move before he went, and then I can fire back. Now this kind of goes into what we just talked about with the footwork, but not only just the erratic footwork, like Dominic Cruz, like TJ Dillashaw a little bit, Cody Garbrandt, they all kind of have like this weird, strange style of footwork. So switching stances can change the pattern. That's a great point. So not only having different footwork that kind of moves around a little bit, but also switching stances, and maybe I'll make another video on that if that's something you guys want. But also changing like the actual pace, your speed and your timing. I can go like this, just like I gave up a headshot by giving myself a little more head opening. I can do the same by changing the pace and just slowing it down a little bit. And now automatically somebody's gonna see wounded deer and try and kill. And once you get that slow, pop, you can fire out something fast. So you slow down, you lull them to sleep, and then you can change the pace, fire out that shot. So big thanks to my buddy Josh here. Runs 36 Chambers Muay Thai and Fitness. I am teaching kids karate here. I am taking Muay Thai here. So most of the stuff that I like implement in my style comes from this guy. So if you haven't yet, go follow him on Instagram, follow his gym. If you want to, swing by, say hi, train with us, ask for some private lessons, whatever you want. If you want more bottle kicks, karate tricks, Wave Master reviews, like, subscribe, turn on notifications, follow me at Sensei_Seth. Until next time, don't subscribe.